So, if you haven't been able to tell, yes, today we're going to be watching Hamilton, which is streaming exclusively on Disney+. I waited a long time to decide if I wanted to make this reaction or not, just because I was very concerned and worried that I was going to get copyrighted and just taken down and not be able to get anything of the good parts that I wanted up. And I've been kind of monitoring it over the past month or so, and most people have been able to get their videos up, so I'm going to just take a shot. Hopefully this won't be copyrighted. Hopefully I can get it up for you guys. I don't want to say that the title's clickbait, because it's not, because this is the first time that I'm watching it with you guys. Yeah, I'll see myself out. But I am a massive Hamilton fan. I've seen the show on Broadway. I've seen the touring production. I've already seen the filmed version of it, but I thought it would be fun to kind of revisit it. I haven't watched it in about a month or so and give my take on it, give my perspective. I know a lot of the background information of what went into the show, so I can give a little bit of tidbits here and there. And then also, who doesn't love to just hear me ramble on and gush about Hamilton more than anyone else? So, without further ado, let's just get right into this.
How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore?
All right, this could legit be an hour-and-a-half commentary of me just gushing about how much I love this man that's sitting behind me right now, but you can see so much of what's going to come in this show from his performance right out of the gate. And I know this show kind of like tells you what's going to happen, what's going on in the show, but oh my God, Leslie Odom Jr., just, if you weren't already married, you'd be mine.
What's your name, man?
Alexander Hamilton.
Interesting enough, I really want to know how they got the audience to shut up right there, because every single time I've seen the show, when Alexander Hamilton comes out, everybody's like, yes, there he is. And it's like dead quiet. I'm sure at the beginning they're like, all right, Mickey, and Mickey, if you try to stand up, you try to clap for this and ruin our take, we're going to start this whole show over again. That part gives me goosebumps every fucking time. Also, that's a call forward. I know, I'm going to have like 50 million tidbits. Just buckle up. That's a call forward to the end of the play when all of them are lined up in a row like they are from a chorus line. They do that at the start, and that's how they end it.
We fought with him. I died for him.
Is that ironic that Anthony Ramos technically dies twice for Hamilton? Yikes.
Sir, he handles the financials.
You punched the bursar.
Yes.
I think that's what I love about this show so much, is that no matter how many times that you watch it, the moments that make you laugh, the moments that make you smile, the moments that make you cry, they stick around and they still have the same impact every single time. I'm chuckling to myself, and I've seen this countless times.
Of course, it's hard to have intercourse over 4 sets of corsets.
Do you have a lot of experience in that? That's something I'd pay to see.
Never another shot. Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you double your choices.
Is there ever a time that Aaron Burr doesn't come to the party and says, hold up. Now, I know you all want to be loud. Y'all want to be rowdy. Y'all want to be spouting this rhetoric. Hold up. Have you thought about just being calm and civil and boring? Because I made it terrible.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me?
There's so much foreshadowing in this show, and it makes all the themes and all the different songs and all the different melodies tie together to this one big, cohesive masterpiece. Burr says, hold up, you think you all forgot about me? Don't forget about me. I'm in the bag, but I'm still here.
Daddy said to be home by sundown. Daddy doesn't need to know.
Peggy, this is why we only give you Aunt Peggy.
So you've discussed me. I'm a trust fund, baby. You can trust me.
Oh, I would let Burr hit for that. I love how Lim was just like, you know what? I can write some of the most amazing raps, some of the most amazing solo pieces that'll make you bawl your eyes out. Great ensemble pieces. And they're like, wait, what else are you going to do? Schuyler Sisters, Hold My Cup.
Is he in Jersey?
The amount of Jersey jokes in this show is hilarious. I want to just be next to a New Jersey audience member someday. My king, Jonathan Groff! All right, before he gets going, I'm going to point this out. Yes, there's an insane amount of spittle. I may have pointed that out at the beginning of this video, but it was a character choice. He should have probably let off a little bit less than he did.
I am gone.
Everybody put the ponchos up!
And now, don't change the subject.
I do like, though, that they kept it like really lighthearted that entire song, and then right at the end, just to make you remember the power he has, shows a death.
Now I'm the model of a modern major general.
Fires of Penzance.
Your Excellency, sir.
Who are you?
Aaron Burr, sir. Permission to state my case.
As you were.
Sir.
It's sad, but it really does make sense as to why Aaron Burr started to have so much anger and jealousy towards Hamilton as the play goes on. It just starts here. It just starts building more and more and more.
I look forward to seeing your strategy play out.
Burr,
Sir.
close the door on your way out.
But what do we have in common? We're reliable with the lane.
Look at those three boys. I heard somewhere that Hamilton is basically 2 hours and 40 minutes of Philippa Soo trying to make you cry. Accurate.
1 week later, I'm writing a letter nightly.
I just now noticed that. You see Peggy over there on the sides and like 1 week later.
I'm just saying, if you really love me, you would share a
Ha! Now that's who I want as my flower girl in my wedding. All right. You all ready for the best hype man in all of theater?
That's what I'm talking about!
What's funny is the entire cast was kind of in agreement that the song before this, Helpless, was the hardest choreo of the entire show. So at the end of that choreography, the dance captain came back and said, all right, now you're going to do the exact same thing, but in reverse. And that's where Satisfied came.
I'm never satisfied.
Is that right?
I've never been satisfied.
I love that they added this element in there, that there was this constant flirting back and forth between Angelica and Alexander Hamilton. It adds so much depth to both of them and all the conversations that they have when Eliza's around. Makes it so much more intriguing.
Well, I heard you got a special someone on the side, but
You don't say.
he's on the British side in Georgia. He's trying to keep the colonies in line.
If y'all haven't been able to tell from all my gushing, Leslie Odom Jr. and Aaron Burr is by far and away my favorite character in Hamilton. I think he is the most complex, challenge-faced character that you have in the entire show. He's proposed with the most issues and the most conflict, and I just find a complicated, contextual character so much more interesting than the root-for-me hero like Hamilton.
Hamilton doesn't hesitate.
There is a reason that Leslie won Best Actor in a Musical over Lin-Manuel, and it's songs like this. So that girl right there who's playing the Bullet actually has a lot to do in this show, and I find her part really, really interesting that she's falling around and being kind of like the heir of death. But that actress is actually doing really well. She's playing one of the leads in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story live-action adaptation. I'm pretty excited. I think she's definitely come from the up and up again.
Instead of me, he promotes Charles Lee, makes him second in command.
I'm a general.
I don't see anything wrong with him. He's just trying to be a positive spirit.
Go home, Alexander. That's an order from your commander. Go home.
Say what you will about Washington, but he was smart. He knew when he had a good egg in the bunch.
How long have you known?
A month or so.
Eliza, you should have told me.
See, it's kind of sad here because you don't know when was the right time for her to tell his commanding officers that she was pregnant. She wants him to have a chance to meet his son, but she also doesn't want to take this away from him because she knows how much this war and this revolution means to the country.
As long as you come home at the end of the day, that would be enough.
You better stick to that same energy for Act 2.
You know in love who's unafraid to step in.
Okay.
He's constantly confusing.
All right.
confounding the British henchmen.
Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman! Oh, let's go, baby! That's so good! He's like, hello, have you all forgotten that I'm the most important part of this show? They do this so well throughout the show, but they have like a perfect parallel between what's going well for Hamilton and what's not happening for Burr.
Hamilton at the Constitutional Convention.
I was chosen for the Constitutional Convention.
I love it when Lynn does that.
The plan was to write a total of 25 essays, the work divided evenly among the 3 men.
I don't know why, but this particular moment when he just starts listing out the numbers that each of them wrote just makes me lose it.
James Madison wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot.
All right, so that was Act 1 of Hamilton. I think I'm going to break this up into 2 parts. If you guys really enjoy what you saw here today and you want to see me continuing to react to Part 2, then I would be more than happy and love to do so. So Act 1 of Hamilton is the setup, the war, the introduction of everyone, the starts of the struggles that all of the characters are going to be facing throughout the full duration of the show. It's planting little seeds, little nuggets, and I think it is absolutely perfect from start to finish. I really have 0 critiques for Hamilton, the entire show to begin with, but specifically Act 1, I really don't think it drags whatsoever. I think it just constantly keeps the pace going. It constantly keeps things moving. It still builds in metaphors and ties and layers that you can later build upon later on when you watch the end in Act 2, but I just am astounded from a technical standpoint as how they were able to craft such a well-rounded musical, well-rounded characters, complex storytelling, and also build in motifs and metaphors and song layers that can be played upon throughout the rest of the show. Up there with the likes of Stephen Sondheim, George Minkin, just the best of the best. Lin-Manuel did an extraordinary job with his lyricism in this show, and I'll be forever flabbergasted as to how he was able to craft such a beautiful masterpiece of theater. You all know what I think about the characters. You all know what I think about the show. If you like what you saw here today and you want to see more, if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that like button, I would truly, truly appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Also, smack that post notification bell so you get notified every single time a new video goes live on the channel. And if you want to see me react to Part 2 or Act 2 of Hamilton, hit that like button to let me know that you enjoyed it today. I'd say let's shoot for like 25 to 50 likes within the next week, and I will put up Part 2 on the channel for sure. I would love to do that for you all. Act 2 is actually my favorite of the 2, so you got a lot in store for that. Besides all of that, Hamilton